Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Thonburi, and what we're going to take a look at is a royal temple that's a third-class royal temple. It was once called Wat Bang Yai Rua Nok. It also had a couple other names, Wat Bang Yai Rua Thai, among others. Anyway, this was probably the most important temple for King Taksin, back whenever he was the king of the short-lived Thonburi era. Anyway, this was his favorite temple. He would come over here, he would spend the night, he would sit here, he would listen to the Buddha preaching and meditate and all of that stuff. And it's actually where his ashes are also. So King Taksin was an important figure in Thai history. After the fall of Ayutthaya, he rounded up an army and he came back in and reunified Thailand into what it is. He freed it from the Burmese, and he moved the capital from Ayutthaya over here to Thonburi, and then he made this, it was just like a common temple, and he made it into a royal temple. So anyway, it's named Wat Intharam Ratchaworawihan now, and it's one of the third-class royal temples. I'm kind of making a point to go and see all the second and third-class temples that I haven't been to or I haven't seen in a little while, and I haven't been here in a couple years. So let's walk through here and let's see what we see. Planning a trip is always stressful, but Yesem takes one of the stresses out. Open the Apple Store or the Google Store, search for Yesem, install the app, and then you can search your plans. They have regional, they have country specific, or they have worldwide, and you can have pay-as-you-go plans as well. Installing the app is super easy. First-time users use the code ENDLESS25 with a capital E, and it will save you up to 20%. It takes about 3 minutes. Just follow the simple instructions. You can activate the plan immediately or upon arrival. Then all you simply do is open up the settings, turn your line off, turn Yesem on. You can check your balance at any time through the app. And then when you're at the airport, just simply walk by all of the eSIMs and enjoy your holiday. Yeah, so we're right here on the canal. And this is where all the, like the longtail boats and all of that go up. And they eventually go over to like Wat Phak Nam and a few other places. That was a big old boat. It caused a huge wave here. They're doing some renovation here to the piers as well as into the temple. So we won't be able to see into all of the halls, but we'll see what we can see the best we can. Here's another one of the tour boats and a couple more coming down this way. So they have the huge Toyota motor on the back, and then they have the long shaft, because these canals are not too deep and it keeps it from hitting the bottom. And you can rent these out. It's a couple thousand baht, but if you have a big group, it would be worth it. And this is a great thing. Go on these little canal tours and you get to see a different side of Bangkok than what you normally see. Yeah, so we got two of them that are kind of racing, and it'll go out to the Chao Phraya that way. The temple grounds is kind of split in half. So over here, this is the old original Bestowed, or the ordination hall. And originally this didn't have any windows, and they restored it. And then it has two chetties here. So the one on the right has the ashes for King Taksin's wife, and then the chetty on the left is dedicated to him. And they're doing quite a bit of renovation to this part. Now, King Taksin's ashes are under the principal Buddha in this hall back behind us. It's the victory over Mara pose, and it also has his bed in there. But it's locked up today. We won't be able to see in there, which is unfortunate. You can see how it's bowed in the middle like a Chinese junk. That is late Ayutthaya styling. And so they added these windows here. So this temple was restored by King Taksin, and it was restored again by King Rama I, and then it was restored by Rama III in the styling you see now. And here's one of the statues of King Taksin. The locals come and touch it, touch their heads to it, stick the gold leaf on it. And then we have this really cool hall right here. It's kind of a little weehan. And that's the Rama III styling that you see up there, with the plates and everything, kind of the Chinese influence. And this is what it looks like in here. So they have a little shrine, and they have the Buddha images here that the Thais stick the gold leaf on. And then over here is a shrine for King Taksin.
You see how it has the swords and then an image of him. And then they have all the little flowers and stuff. It's kind of cool. And you see the doors here have the Garuda and then other Buddha figures up on top there. All right, so this is the older part. Now the other part was built under the reign of King Rama III. So it's quite old, but it's not as old as this over here. And it looks like they're gonna actually gild the chetties when they're done. They've got all the plaster work and everything in there. And then all the people selling the lottery tickets and coffins for the poor and everything else here. You can see the bell tower here with the steps and the naga. Kind of a cool little structure. And then it has the fence here, and then this is the building we were just looking in from the side. Has those tiles and all of that, a little bit different. Then they have a school over there, and then they're restoring the new ubosot here, and then the Wihan that was built by King Rama III. That is locked up, I believe, so we won't be able to see it. Then they have a couple chetties. So the name Wat Intharam was given to this temple by King Rama III. Yeah, it was maintained under Taksin's successor, King Rama I. It maintained its status as a royal temple. And then whenever Rama III renovated this, they maintained a royal temple status, but they lowered it down to a third class. Yeah, so they're completely redoing this hall here, so we won't be able to see it for probably a year or so. Here's a couple of the workers. They have a couple images inside of the wall. And we'll go in this gate here. And we'll look at that Wihan and then look inside of this hall. This right here is one of the Wihans. And then you can see it has the Khmer prongs over there. And then this is the ordination hall that was built by King Rama III. And then this Wihan over here, you can see the workers up there. So this is another little shrine here to King Taksin. Has like the Sema stone, and then it has the old like sacred well that they would do certain ceremonies and stuff like that. And then here is another shrine for King Taksin. And you see the Buddhist Sema stones, quite nice, the styling around it. And this hall is another one of these Bangkok era temples. Has the little porch, the three-tiered roof, the huge columns with that little walkway around the outside. Let's go inside and look at it. And you can see the styling around the door. There's the naga, those little pieces of glass, everything. And just a vaulted ceiling. I mean, it's so high. And it only has 2 doors. For this being a royal temple, sometimes they'll do them with 3 doors. And the middle door will be the entrance for the king. And then inside, so it doesn't have any murals. It just has the wallpaper. And then it has a humongous Buddha image right here. And this pose is in the subduing Mara pose. And you can see the Bodhi tree behind it with the umbrella. And then they have a couple smaller little Buddhas down below. And then the platform right here, this is for the monks to do their chanting. I've been in here before when they're doing the ceremony to ordain the new monks. You can see it has the black and gold lacquer here on the doors and window shutters. Yeah, it's a nice enough hall. Let's go over here and look at all of this stuff now. There's quite a bit more here. There's the cloister over there. We got ashes of people. Over in this building here behind the Bodhi tree, there's a Chinese Buddha statue. And then what's cool is they have these 4 little buildings up here that we'll look into those. They have all different stuff inside of there. Mainly they have like reclining Buddhas. And then they have the Ayutthaya era, or Ayutthaya style chetties there. And it looks like they're doing some renovation here to the front of this ubosot also. And so we can see the little prong here. It's a Khmer style. Has the Garuda up there holding the naga in its hand, and it has the staff of Shiva up there at the top. Now there's 2 of them. There's one here, and then there's the one over here. And those are dedicated again for King Taksin and for the Queen. And then you can see the backside of that ubasot. All right, let's look inside this first little building. There will be 4 of them here. And there's a reclining Buddha in it. So they have it covered in the robe, and it's on its little pedestal. It's kind of a cool little building. It has some murals still on the wall, still has the floral print up on the ceiling, and then you can see the styling of it. So they have a picture of King Rama V. Maybe he was responsible for putting this image inside. You can see the floral pattern here. And it's Bangkok here. It's this was stuff built after the original buildings were constructed. See a couple little bells. And just has the wood with the straight gold paint on it. And you can see the little building in between the chetties. And this one here is pretty cool. It has the figures around the base of it. And then has the lotus, the top of the faux columns and all of that. Yeah, kind of a cool thing. Oh, and then look at this. You got the gold and white. This is one of the entrances to this little platform here. And this looks like it has been restored pretty recent. You can see how nice this paint looks. It doesn't have any of that black mold. And then it has the redented corners and everything else. So they have a little data plate talking about it in Thai next to the door. And you see it has the murals also. It has like some little faux rocks here. And then it has a small little Buddha image with a King Taksin statue there. And then you see the murals, how they're kind of faded off mostly. You can still make out the figures and the trees and stuff like that. Well, let's go over and look at building number 3 now. You can see there are different figures. And then one more of these. And the door is on this side this time. And this one here is the reclining Buddha in the death pose. You see how he's in the coffin and has his feet sticking out. And then the disciples are here behind it. And again, this one here has some more murals inside this little hall. And we have a little temple cat that's found a great little sleeping spot. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah, you're the guardian cat, aren't you? You want a little attention? So they put the flowers here. So you can see how that plaster is just disintegrated. They've touched this up here, but the base is fallen apart. And you can see the plasters came off this wall also. So it has the brick and mortar core with the plaster over the top. And you can see they've stuck the gold leaf on the coffin. Yeah, that's a pose you don't normally see. I've only seen it at a few temples. You'll sometimes see it in the death pose, but in the coffin, I think this is only the second temple that I've seen it in. The other one is over in Thonburi. And we have another one of these chetties. And then building number 4, and then here is the second Khmer style prong. Yeah, really a fantastic little temple here. And I believe there's a reclining Buddha in this one also. So you can see the toes are kind of missing right there. And then the lotus flowers have broken off over the years. And you see the image with the hair rolls and the top knot. And then all the murals here on the wall. And again, the brick and mortar construction. And you see how thick that plaster is. And it's just completely disintegrating. So these murals will be gone in a few years. And I'll have to come back in here and completely redo this little hall. You see the flowers up here on the ceiling. Yeah, this is definitely a different styling than you normally see at a temple, these small little buildings up here. I really like it. It's a great temple. And it's just right here on the canal and easy to get over to see. Yeah, so we'll take one more look here. So here's one of the Khmer style prongs. And then this is the ubasot. And then you can see the renovation that's going on in that Wihan. And then you see the other Khmer prong over here. And then all these small little buildings with these cool chetties. This temple is broken in half, so you do have 2 sections of it. and it's definitely worth your time to come over here and check out both sections. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this royal temple, this Wat Intharam Ratchaworawihan. This is a third-class royal temple, and it does date back to the Ayutthaya era. So it predates the establishment of Bangkok, it predates the establishment of Thonburi. And like I said at the start, Thonburi is where King Taksin moved the capital from Ayutthaya to. He went after he liberated Ayutthaya from the Burmese. He realized that they knew how to get back in through the walls, and Ayutthaya was vulnerable. So he moved it further away from the Burmese to remove a little bit of the threat. And then when King Rama I overthrew him, he moved the capital from Thonburi onto the other side of the Chao Phraya. He wanted an additional barrier from the Burmese to protect the capital. So anyway, this is a great little temple. It's a third-class royal temple and worth your time to come over and check out. It is another one of those Thai temples, but it does have a lot of meaning to the Thais because of the fact that King Taksin's ashes are here at it. And so they will come over here. Actually, in December, they come over here in droves for his birthday. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see some more stuff like this. And if you've been here, have any questions or comments, or if you know more about it, let me know down below. And until next time, from over here in Thonburi, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.